Hey guys, 42 Abracadabra here to show you a little gaming magic. This Paladin deck is all about buffing stuff in your hand, so I don't keep the Solemn Vigil because it's too expensive in an early start. Mean Streets, Marshall is fantastic, but I'll start off with a Smuggler run because I want to boost everything in my hand, and I want the Marshall to have 2 power so that he'll be able to draw me a card and effectively replace Smuggler run as a card in my hand. This is a pretty good opening hand. Defender of Argus is okay. It's not actually the best card to run in this kind of deck. Now, my opponent, wow, he's got a very, very good start. So Fandral is a real problem, and it's going to be pretty hard to deal with it. So Blood Mage Thalanos is, yeah, it's the better play here, because I can do Mean Street Marshal with Hero Power next turn. I'm not running any real spell damage benefit, so it's just another card draw for me. Doppelgangster, so I mean this deck revolves heavily around it, and I'm hoping to show this combo off to you guys. So again, I'm just trying to stall because I have no real way to deal with Fandral at this time. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to trade into it or something like that. You can Hero Power to get rid of my... Oh, he does that. And so, see, this is why Fandral is such a problem. He gets both effects, and this is a really small one, but anytime where he, deals 3 damage, draws a card, or gains mana, draws 3 cards, anything like that. So Solemn Vigil is actually a little bit better here. But again, I have no choice right now but to trade with Argent Horse Rider, because I gotta get that legendary off the board to restabilize the board presence for me a little bit. Again, 2 Defenders of Argus, probably not the best choice to run in this kind of deck. I'm hoping for lots of buffs, and then I can just taunt them. But I think there are better cards that can be placed in this build. Definitely Argent Horse Rider, though, fantastic. With a charge, a Divine Shield, and you raise its attack. It's really good. So the other thing that this deck runs is Don Honcho, and I'm really hoping to get it and to get its effect to land on Doppelgangster, because it's going to be so much value on the board. So with only 3 cards in hand, my opponent has only 3 cards in their hand, so I'm in a pretty good position here. I'll start with an Acolyte of Pain and just Hero Power. Probably get at least 2 hits on the Acolyte to draw 2 cards. That's fine. Jade Behemoth. Behemoth is a problem when the Jade Golem's been cast a couple more times, but as a 1/1, it's really not an issue. So let's see what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to Defender of Argus, my Acolyte, and the 1/1, because then I'll be able to survive a hit on the Behemoth. And I'll probably just Hero Power after. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good move right there, because I'll draw 2 cards out of Acolyte, and I'm not gonna strike with the 2/2. I'll just wait it out. Bran is fantastic. Works so well with all these other battle cry effects. Alright, so let's see what he's gonna do. Azure Drake. And he Hero Powers, that's fine. So if I were him, I would, that's not exactly, oh, that works, yeah, and then he's going to have his Behemoth. Hit my 2/3 probably? No, he just goes face. Okay, well that's fine. Doomsayer is pretty good early on in this deck. Towards late game, it can be a bit of a dead draw. So I'm gonna try Bran and double the effect of Defender Vargas. So a 4/5 can trade into the Behemoth. And I'm not going to hit the Drake because I want the taunt and because it's not going to kill it anyway. So now 2 taunts, and he's got a swipe. I'm trying to save Bran, so if he's got a swipe, he can kill Bran anyway. Otherwise, he's probably not going to get through both taunts, so Bran should be good for another turn. And he definitely wants to get rid of my 4/2 with something other than the Azure Drake. So let's see. Oh, he gives it. Okay, that works. Yeah, so he's gonna give it taunt. Oh, and an Arcane Giant. Alright, so I gotta take care of that Arcane Giant. So let's see, with my 4/2 Argus, I can get my 3/3s, 2 3/3s to trade with Azure Drake. And then with the Grim Street Outfitter, I'll boost the Argent Horse Rider in my hand, so it's got 4 damage. And then the 2 4 hits can trade with the Arcane Giant. And again, that'll leave Bran on the field for another turn. So it seems like a pretty good play right now. I'm just thinking if there's anything else. Let's do this. Alright, so trade both of the 3s. Losing all my taunts, but you know, so be it. Oh, and of course the main point here is I want free Solemn Vigil. So I'll play the Acolyte, even more draw. So let's see if Bran can survive one more turn. If we can, then I can Don Hancho and maybe even land a Doppelgangster. Alright, so another Azure Drake. And swipe would be kind of an issue. Okay, well, that's totally fine. So first I'm going to buff with the Grim Street Outfitter because I want to buff the Don Hancho as well. Then I'm going to play the Don Hancho. And oh man, if both of his abilities affected Doppelgangster, that would be insane. But you know, even if one hits, odds are, oh yeah, there we go. So that's pretty sweet. Next turn is gonna be really good. So I'm gonna trade the Argent into the Azure Drake, and I'm gonna trade my 2/1 hits into his 2/2. Now, I could have actually attacked with the Acolyte first and draw a card. That would have been probably a little wiser. Now, of course, I didn't attack with Bran because I'm still hoping that he survives. If he can survive till next turn, I could play Doppelgangster and gain even more clones, which would be fantastic. So I don't think he can get rid of the Don Hancho. Yeah, of course, he doesn't have enough mana. So he keeps on hitting me with all this value, so I keep drawing with the Acolyte. Oh, next turn, Smuggle Run, Grim Street Enforcer. That's being greedy. I think I'm just going to Smuggle Run and then Doppelgangster because that's like 12. Yeah, that's 5 12 12s in one turn. That's crazy. I mean, I can get a 13-13 next turn, but if I lose the Bran, then I'm not going to get all that value. And he didn't have a removal, but he could draw one next turn. Let's just go with Smuggle Run. And that Mean Street Marshal's very tough too. Alright, so I'm just, you know, will he even let me finish? He's probably going to concede after I play this. So that is some really, really good value. So obviously I'll trade to that gadgeteer. I don't want him drawing anything. And at this point, Bran's done his job, so, you know, that's it for that. Again, I could have got a little more value. I mean, potentially, even this game, if things lined up, if I stalled for an extra turn, I could have got a +1/+1. off that Grim Street Enforcer. And yeah, well, that's it. Good game. So as you can see, there's some great synergy going on with this, and it's a very exciting deck. I'm just trying it out casually right now, but we'll see how it goes. If you guys are interested, subscribe for more videos, and hope to see you again soon. Enjoy.